I'm rolling, I've been rolling all day. I just went past Lake Wanaka. What a beautiful lake. And then I drove over the hill and there's another beautiful lake right there with some nice mountains and clouds and shit on the top of them. Oh, hey, wait. Let's rewind and go back to Barney's house. I called in to see Barney. Barney's house. Barney's living the dream. Just chipping away, building portable units on wheels. You fellas want somewhere to stay when you're going tar hunting in Franz Joseph, just give old Barney a ring. Hey bro!
Hello folks, what's going on? There's a bit of a bloody shit show in here.
Oh, it's not too bad. Another shower on the floor. Is that a shower?
Yeah, it's a shower.
Looks like a shower. Fold out bed there. Look at that. There's a lake down there.
Almost, no.
Is that me on the wall, bro? Oh no, that's Geordie, is it? Or is that you? That's Barney. Geordie must be taking the photo. Geordie's probably getting beaten in the bottom of it actually. This is one he hasn't run yet. Quick cup of tea and then I'm on the road again. On the road.
Pulling the bait towards the road. Ciao, brother.
See you later.
Have a good one, mate.
Whoops. Sorry. I just went over his nice rocks that he stacked up on the edge of his driveway. It took him ages till he was complaining just before about how people keep running his rocks over.
Yeah, Asian tourists, they keep running my bloody rocks over.
I don't know if you fellas have met Barney yet. You may have. Barney was in one of my fishing bit videos. Anyway, Barney is a character and a half, I can tell you. Yes, we're going to try to get some more of Barney on film this summer because there's something about Barney. I don't know what it is, but he's special. We call him the blessing. Anyway, on my way, oh look at that tree, look at the colours of it. Sorry, we don't get much of that on the coast. You fellas might have guessed, I'm in central South Island, North Otago to be exact, or is it South Canterbury? I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm about to roll into Wanaka. Yes, about to roll into Wanaka to see my long lost brother. Sam! There he is. Oh, he's wearing his sister's pants. How disappointing. But they're camouflage, so not that disappointing. Oh, he's hugging me. Awkward hug through the window.
Hey, just park up over here.
Oh, there we go. I'll just park up over there. I'm just getting a shot of those pants again. That's what the gangsters wear in Canada and Ontario where Sam lives. That's why I haven't seen him so long, because he lives in Ontario.
I'm gonna make a website out of this. I haven't signed no releases, buddy. Adam's Josh. Josh, this is Adam. You're not filming him, are you?
I'm filming Adam.
Don't film Adam. Hey Josh. He hasn't signed any releases either.
Well, I'll have to stop filming now. This is very top secret. You're on a top secret mission from the Canadian government.
Top secret coffee.
G'day mate. I can film your hand?
Yeah,
what's your name? Adam.
Adam, yeah.
Adam, sweet as. There we go. I'm allowed to film Adam's hands and Adam's pants. Adam's not wearing his sister's pants, which is good.
How was your hunting expedition?
I haven't actually been yet.
Ah.
Are you coming hunting, Sam? You got your hunting pants on.
No.
What?
I have to work.
I also have to work.
Definitely
It's
work.
a hard life working away. I'll put this damn camera down now because I'm off the clock. This is Mike. That's Mike. You're from Canada, eh? Yep.
You betcha.
Hey, bro. There's actually a really nice sunset.
Where?
Someone built a hotel unit in front of it, so we can't see it now. That's pretty good. We might actually drive down to the lake to get the sun setting over the lake. See you later, Mike.
Take care. Nice to meet you.
You know that tree that everyone takes photos of? Now stab it into the ground.
Famous Wanaka tree.
Bloody hell, that's enough sunset. I'm hungry. We're going to go have some dinner. Why didn't we film over there? I was filming over there. Shit, look at it over there. It's awesome.
Cheers, big boss.
Look at that, eh? Only in New Zealand.
It's mellow, bro.
So I ended up at, what's this bar?
Woody's.
Woody's. I ended up at Woody's.
And we got the fire on point.
Run into old mate Sam, and Sam's asked the fire up.
Turns out
It's humming. Actually, someone messaged me, and one of you fellas messaged me and said, come on down to the bar. And then by the time I got here, because I mucked around too much, he was already gone home. So I ended up just talking to Sam here. Sam made me a toasted sandwich. Good night, Wanaka. Cheers to Matt and Sam for coming out for a couple of beers. Oh, and brother Sam, of course. Sam Bishop, as well as my bro Sam. I'm just going to camp down here on the waterfront in my swag. Yes, and I hope that the party police don't come down and tell me to move on, which they will in the morning, but by that time I'll be awake and away. So, yep, no drunk driving. Life's too short to kill someone else behind the wheel, eh? It was a no-brainer. I really encourage anyone out there that quite often comes across the dilemma of whether to drive home or not to drive home. Just get one of these bloody hard antler swags, because you roll your sleeping bag and your pillow up inside it, you chuck it in the back of the ute of your car, and when it comes to go to bed, you chuck it on the ground and you go to sleep. Knock this bloody drink driving culture on the head, because it is bullshit. I see it everywhere I go, all around the country, and it really is disappointing to see so many people doing it. Because if you got to remember, if you do it, your friends see you doing it and they think it's okay. And all of these younger people that watch you and follow you, they also see you doing it and they think it's okay as well. So last night, I probably could have driven. I may have been borderline just on the limit, but now, as soon as I have more than one beer, that's it. Knock it on the head. I'm not driving home. So anyway, rant over. I'm here at the Wanaka skate park and I'm waiting to meet Chris. Chris is driving over from Queenstown. He's going to meet me here. That's Chris. Chris doesn't care if I film him. Man, here we are at the Wanaka second-hand shop. This place is awesome because there's heaps of rich people here, and they bring all their crap they don't want anymore, which is good crap, and they drop it off here for recycling, and then the recycling guys sell it back on to us people who like to buy other people's crap. Yeah, I got it. It's too late. All right. Oh, $5. What a bargain. Thanks very much. Every time I come by here, I try to stop and get some of the sap put off these pine trees. Any Americans out there watching, there's your trophy animal. He's about 70-80 meters away, and he's a little bit concerned, but he's not terribly worried. So here we are, we've parked the truck. We've just seen our first young bull from the truck up on that face up there. So this face here is out, that's all private, but up round the corner's public. We just got to set up camp now. We'll set up the tent, get camp ready, and then we're going to mosey up round the corner, go for a hunt. So there's today's bushcraft tip for you fellas. If it's too windy outside to get the fire going, take the billy into your tent, get the fire going in the billy, and take the billy outside and tip the fire onto the ground. It works primo. I thought it would go make this awesome pattern in the tea, and I'd be able to slow-mo it down. Everyone would go, wow, that's amazing. It just looked like pouring cream into a bloody cup of tea. Anyway, we're going to put the roast on, the roast lamb, have a cup of tea, and then we're up the hill. Ah, yes, well, we've come up here. Been going for about, I don't know, an hour now, I guess. And we're here, but there's no tail. We've seen a couple of nannies, or maybe a young boy, I don't bloody know. We've seen two tail anyway. Not here, that was down the bottom. We can't see anything up around these bluffs. We're going to push up a little bit further around the corner. We've got a pretty big moon tonight, so we'll be able to come back down in the dark pretty easily. And we're going to push just around this corner, and I reckon that's when we'll start to see animals. They'll be starting to move around now. That sun's getting low on the horizon. How was your first tar hunting expedition going, Chris?
Yeah, you realise your fitness.
Chris has had to walk across the river because his legs aren't quite as long as mine. He hasn't mastered the Jesus technique. You tried to back there, didn't you, bro?
I tried to.
Cocked it up. You got wet feet. I'm a little bit concerned that roast is going to be burnt because it's quite windy down the bottom valley and it was just blowing those embers super hot. We'll see. She's going to be at lukewarm when we get back to it anyway. I guess we better get up around the corner before it gets dark and we can't see anything. You good for one more push, mate?
One more.
One more push. According to the powers that be, this place was loaded a couple of months ago, so it may still be loaded. We haven't gone around the corner yet. Yeah, let's post up here for a while. Just seen a mob right up in that top basin. There's about 7 or 8 of them up there. She hasn't been a rip-roaring start to our first day. We've seen some tars, but they're way up the top, up there. And we ain't climbing up there. We've already climbed from all the way down there. Down the hill. Oh, she's crispy. Well, the old Garmin Explorer says it's going to be 10% chance of snow tomorrow. You'll be glad to hear. Might get some snow showers. In for a pretty bumpy ride. We've got about 8 kilometres of bumpy shit to drive before we get to where I want to go. Hard to get smooth footage when you're forward driving, listen to Johnny Cash. I'll go back here.
We shall meet
On that beautiful shore. Probably drove a bit farther than we should have. There's a few grinds and thumps and bashes and loud noises coming from underneath the truck. She'll be right. She's a long way to Tipperary. No tar yet. We haven't really looked though, we've just been cruising up the valley. Well, we've been here for half an hour glassing. We've glassed all of the hills up here on that side over there. We haven't seen one tar. Not one. No tracks up there in the snow. Nothing. No game trails on the screen slope. So I suspect Doc's been up here on a search and destroy mission and searched for the tar and bloody destroyed them all. So we're going to go back down the valley again. There's no scrub up here either. There's nowhere for them to hide if the machines come up there and hunt them. So we're going to go back down the valley. We'll have a look at the other face where there's lots of scrub. And if we can't pick up any there, then we're going to go somewhere else to another catchment pretty much, because this is a bit Mickey Mouse. We've just seen a bull. He just disappeared up the little gut and over the top as we were walking back. We've just pushed up the side of the valley to try to see him, but he's gone over the bloody top. Well, he's not over the top of the ridge, he's just over in a little gut, so we'll probably see him again if we climb up the hill behind us, but even if we shoot him I don't think we'll recover him because he's right up in a bluff system. But we're going to climb up the hill a little ways and see if we can see him across the valley. We'll figure it out when we see him. There's one tar up here, there's at least one. Just put a shot up into the valley, he disappeared into it. He went into a little gut and then he just disappeared. So we put a shot right up in there to see if he'd stand up, but he hasn't. So he's either in that gut or he might have gone over behind the rock into the next gut. So we're going to cruise downstream and look up there and see if we can spot him. Yeah, there's nothing much else we can do. Can't climb up there, it's too steep. Gonna go look at the hut book and see what other hunters have had to say about. Neat little workshop in it. It's interesting that the New Zealand Deer Hunters Association have got a hut up here where there's not actually any deer. I'm sure it used to be deer up here. Someone's left their sarong here. Fairly cosy. Jeez, there's a lot of beds in here for a small hut. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And room on the floor at a pinch. Drinking coffee, climbing west face, called in for a coffee, hunting. 4 good bulls seen, none taken. Hopefully we won't just have walking up and down lovely valleys in this video. There's boot prints up here. Someone's been up here. But we're going to go up. It's big country. We're just going to go up, find somewhere to glass, wait till it gets dark and the animals start moving around, and then we're going to shoot one. By crikey. Any tars?
Nothing that I can see yet.
Found a pretty choice spot to have a glass from and wait till the light fades. We've got a real good vantage point here. We can see all around us. These bluffs up here and those bluffs over there. So we're just going to sit here and wait it out, wait for the animals to start moving, and then figure out how we're going to get to those animals. Finally, we've seen 3 nannies. The good news, that's the good news. The bad news is that they're way up the top of the mountain. We found 9 tars so far, 9 nannies, possibly a bull, but they're right up in those bluffs. And old mate didn't do enough squat jumps, so he won't make it up to the top of the hill. We're calling it. We're going down the hill. They're too high up for us to shoot. We're going to go back to the truck, drive down the valley, try find some lower ones to shoot, and if not, we'll figure out something else. Maybe. Chris has snapped something in his calf muscle, possibly injured his Achilles tendon. We don't know, but it went snap as he was walking across a rock, and we're still about 1 kilometre from the truck. The sun's just about to drop below the horizon, so I've ripped a bit of mountain tocher out and made him a walking stick. I tried to support him by walking, but it wasn't really helping that much, so we've got him a walking stick. Ideally we'd make some crutches, but because of the short stunted trees, there's just no way we're going to be able to do that because we can't find any straight wood. So hopefully this will cut the mustard and we'll get him back safe to the truck, get some ice on that calf. You guys, sir?
Sure, bro.
In an effort to slow the swelling, we've put some wet buffs, what do you call those things? Neck warmers, belly clavers around his calf, and with a bit of luck, that's going to stop it swelling up so much tomorrow. We don't have too much further to go. I think we've only got about 1 kilometre down to the trucks, and most of it's fairly flat. Lots of possums up here. Now the question is whether to set the air pib off or keep going. We'll see how he goes on this hill. I've given him the option of setting the air pib off, but male pride at the moment is persevering and preventing us from doing that. We're not far from the truck, but if it's going to be too difficult, we will do that. So that is an option, and just remember folks, okay, if you've got a little twisted ankle and you're just late for a meeting or something, don't set it off. But if it is a serious injury, which this injury looks fairly serious, then by all means set your air pib off. Yes, we're almost back at the wagon. I have been helping him actually. I just came ahead a little bit to video. I have been on his, I've been his left-hand man, so to speak, and we've just been cruising like that. We've got about 100 metres to go, I reckon, and we're back at the truck. Smoked him. Jeez, he's not a very big possum. Oh, that's an absolute rubbish skin. He's pretty lightweight. There's nothing much to him. Of course, he's got nothing to eat over here. What's he been living on? Rocks and matagari. Nothing to eat at all. Oh, well, we'll pluck him and chuck him in the back anyway. Waste not, want not. fire is humming. It's real warm in here. It's nice. I can't imagine tar hunting without it actually. Mean. It's quite pleasant, isn't it? Apart from the injuries. I was going to show you fellas these giant pine cones, but someone else has been along and they've already collected all of the ones on the ground. We've stopped at a couple of trees. I guess they're fairly popular with the locals for fire starters because they're real sappy, heaps of sap in them, and they burn really well. I don't know what kind of pine trees they are, but they're pretty awesome. Made it back to Wanaka, to Parnia of the Reef. I grew up in Napier, and that's where Parnia of the Reef was from. Yep. So it's Parnia of the Reef. It's Chris's lovely partner and her kids, and he's going to hobble off into the sunset now. Cheers, mate.
Good on you. Thanks,
appreciate
Josh.
it. Welcome to the Oasis. This is Rusty and Joe and a young fella here at Rusty OK's house, the Oasis and shed. And just as I turned up, he says, "I'm going to mow the lawns." He said, "I've got this awesome new ride-on lawnmower. Can you help me mow the lawns?" I said, "Bro, I love the old ride-on lawnmowers, and I will be happy to help you mow the lawns because it's heaps of fun riding a ride-on lawnmower."
You can technically ride on this one, Josh. She's a beauty.
This is Tim. I once had to send Tim 16 emails before he gave me a job working at his rafting company. He kept saying no, 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 and eventually he got sick of me emailing him and said, "Alright, I'll give you a bloody job, just turn up." Now he's working for me. Well, he's actually working for Rusty. I asked for a spark plug remover and some sandpaper, and Rusty said, he didn't say anything actually, he just walked over there. What the heck? Mean. You could swing a cat in here quite easily, couldn't you? These ones are a bit bigger.
You throw your keys in the bowl, I think.
Me. So there's two. This is for his and hers, for the people that have been married for 25 years and no longer share the same bed. You have a double. Is that a queen size?
Queens, yeah.
Queen and a queen. That one looks like a king. Is it just a big queen? It's for the blokes that have big queens. They chuck them in that one. That's our dog's sister.
No, it's a mister.
Dog's brother. Dog's actually a bitch. That's her brother, and his name is, I've forgotten.
Paul
Oh,
named a year after him.
That's right.
there we go. Welcome to the Oasis in Wanaka. This is the shed, this is the communal dining area. It's pretty awesome. They've got a gas cooking, well, they've got gas. They've got a bunch of gas stoves there, a really big table, and another really big table, and another really big table. They've also got a fireplace in the middle, which is pretty awesome. Now this place was constructed from rammed earth, right off the property here. So it's extremely warm, it has really good insulating qualities. So once this place is warmed up, it just stays warm all winter. It's pretty sweet. And just outside are the yurts. There's a whole bunch of different yurts. There's singles, there's doubles. They can sleep up to 5 people. Some of them can sleep more, I think. Where are we, bro?
We're in Wanaka.
And what is this place?
It's a ute lodge nestled in Wanaka on the Cadrona River. We've got 6 utes and a nice round earth amenities building in the middle. The utes are all handmade in New Zealand by Jaya Utes. It's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. How did you come up with the name?
That was more Jo. She just read what Oasis meant, and it was more than just a boy band. So yeah, she really likes it. It's a calm place in amongst the maelstrom, amongst the storm. So when this place is kind of going off, Wanaka is a tourist destination. This is quite a nice place to come out of the town, you know, and get away from the mayhem of town. So.
Hey Harrison, what are we doing today, mate?
I don't know. Hunting.
Hunting. What are we going to hunt for?
Pigs.
Pigs. Sweet. And what about deer?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, because I like deer hunting. You like pig hunting or deer hunting?
Both.
Both. That's the spirit. Bro, right there's a buck.
Yep.
Bang on it, bro.
Yep.
Aim high.
Bang on. We could probably get closer to that. Yeah, we'll get up further, Josh.
Man, there he is, right in the middle of the screen. I'll do it again to my. Wait, no, oh, can you? That was the loading the gunshot anyway before he actually shot. It all happened really quickly. We were driving up, and all of a sudden, Matt took his eyes off the road for a second because he was watching the road the whole time, so he didn't drive off. And he said, "There's one over there. Oh, it's a buck!" And he went running up the side of the hill. And then I had a bit of a moan, said, "Oh, I've never shot a buck." And Matt said, "You shoot it, quick!" So we put the camera up, and it was running up the hill. And then I missed it on the first shot. It was running, and then I waited, and then it stopped, and then I hopefully shot it right in the shoulder. That was where I was aiming for anyway.
You got a knife in your pocket, Josh?
No, I don't have a knife. It just smells so nice walking through all this thyme. There's thyme everywhere. Planted by the early gold miners and settlers. Mate.
Josh's first central target.
Looks like someone shot him previously, eh? Look.
Scratch across his antler.
Yeah, look at his antler. That looks like a bullet hole, doesn't it? No, it might be. It kind of looks like a little bullet hole.
Those ones we shot the other day.
Alright, we're going to show you fellas where the liver attaches to the backbone and the diaphragm here. You'll roll that out, roll all that stuff out. So this is stage 2. Stage 1's cut the gut open. Stage 2 is roll it out. And if you always gut them from the same side, then you'll be able to get in the habit of knowing exactly where to cut. So if you see the liver attaches right to the corner of the diaphragm there, do I just cut that for us? Just give that a little nick. Bang. So the first thing to do is to cut the liver off. So just go around again. There you go. And then punch your knife through the diaphragm. Fingers out of there. And then come all the way around the diaphragm as far as you can.
You can pretty much rip these ones out from there.
And then once you get to that stage, is that liver completely detached? It's not, it's almost in it. rip it right out. If it doesn't come out freely, the liver's still going to be attached right where the kidneys are. So you see what Jeremy's done here, he's cut the throat out first, then the arsehole, and then when he pulls the throat out, he'll pull the lungs and the heart out in one hit, and then that comes out, and then the guts will roll out as well, and then all that's left holding it in is about that much of the diaphragm. Easy, just like that. So that was a pretty quick job. If it's a big stag or a big red stag or a red hind, you have to detach that liver completely, and the easiest way to do that is to put the knife flush, punch through the diaphragm first, and then on the second cut, flip the knife around and cut down round its backboard, down on top of the liver, and that just separates it from the diaphragm and from the backbone, and then you can just rip the whole lot out, just like Jeremy did there. Sometimes you've got a little bit of diaphragm to cut through after you've pulled it out, and if you can keep it really clean, and keep that arsehole really clean, squeeze the poo out, then you won't get any poo at all in the internal carcass of the deer, and you've got a clean animal. I like to give mine a little wash in the creek, but some people say, oh, no water on the meat and whatnot. But if there's a creek handy, I'll give it a wash, but we don't have one today, so we're just going to drag it up the hill and go from there.
Absolutely.
It's dead as. It turns out it wasn't gut shot. Redeem myself there. Mind you, I did miss the first shot. Maybe that was the hole in its antlers that I did.
Bit excited.
As it was running away, I tried to do a running shot, and then, you know, stand up and go, that's how it's done, boys, but I completely missed it. I always spied them on the fallow, but they're a bit far away.
Get up here. No.
And we spotted a deer, little fallow, a real young one, and he's just holed up in a patch of scrub, and he's run into a little patch of scrub, and he's just sticking there. He's not coming out again. Shot. Oh, maybe. Oh, yeah, got one. Smoke the other one if you can. There we go, some tasty meat. Another great representative trophy right there, yes. Well, whānau, I have to say that this style of hunting around central South Island is pretty awesome. Matt told me gentleman hunting, and I thought he was taking the mickey. I thought we were going to beat the feet with the dogs over really rough terrain for hours on end, and I thought he was actually referring to the 7:30 AM start, which is a pretty late start. If we go hunt deer at 7:30 on the west coast, we don't shoot anything, because crack of dawn they're back in the bush. Yes, I could certainly get used to this.
Did you get one?
No, I don't think so. I think he missed. I'm going to have to put that on the video, sorry, Jeremy. Just to make me and Matt look awesome. Did you get it? I'm going to stop.
Do you want to talk us through that one, Jeremy?
No? Oh. It's worth a crack. That was mean as you fellas just missed redneck to the extreme. We seen some fallow and they gunned it away, and we just chased them down in the truck, and then I shot them from the passenger seat actually, knocked one over, and then they all took off running again, so we gunned it again, chased them down, and then they stopped, and then they kept running, so we're just driving again to try to cut them off and see if we can harvest another couple. We're just harvesting at the moment, guys. This is supermarket shopping, not hunting for the thrill of it. It's pretty exciting though, driving around the truck. I can see why people do this all the time, because we can just yarn without the deer hearing us, and we're covering heaps of ground, and I'm getting some deer for me and for some of my mates, and it's just way better than spending all that money on steaks, and way more fun too.
Better tasting.
Yeah, you don't have this much fun in the supermarket pushing the trolley around, do you? No way. Hey, how awesome is this, fellas?
Yeah!
Yum, look at that.
Look at that.
That's a nice skin.
Smooth. No, that's good. Got a question for you fellas. I'll be honest. How many of you guys would be into this? Just cruising around on a high country station shooting animals. I have to say, I'm having a very enjoyable day. Talking with the lads, talking with the young shavers, getting some delicious meat. Yeah, so how many of you guys, if you had the chance to do this, would jump at the opportunity? Comment below. No pigs, we've walked 4 gullies over, across a couple of creeks. Bit old pig sign, but no pigs.
Doing this.
Yeah, mate. Oh, man, it's massive.
Pretty good.
Cheers, mate.
Good to see
Appreciate
you.
it. Cheers, thank you. So anyway, here we are back at the crib with Sam. You may remember Sam's arm. Let me show him my face. This is Michael. You may remember Michael from the other day. Hasn't signed a release yet. People who end up doing that die. Adam and Mike just rolled in. You guys remember Adam and Mike's hands? We just watched the haka. It was mean as. All Blacks are going to smash it. So there we go, another great day hunting with Matt and Jeremy and the lads. Let's not forget those guys, Harrison and Lucas, along for the ride with Dad. Pretty funny, I was just leaving Sam's place. He's just in a hotel there. I've got a hotel too. It's a pretty shit hotel actually. It's awesome. It's better than swagging it because I've got a shower and bath and shit. But I was just leaving, and these two of Sam's kids from the team walked by the truck, and there's this big pool of blood where the truck was parked, where the blood's been leaking out the back of the truck because I got the dead bodies in the back. The kids looked at the blood and they come back and they had a look at it, and I'm just reversing out and then they look at me. So I wound down the window to say something, but I had no words, so I just looked at them and then I wound the window back up and rolled on out of there. So I'm probably going to get pulled over by the police pretty soon, because no doubt they're calling 111, 911 and reporting a big pool of blood leaking out the back of my vehicle. I had to share that with you guys. It was pretty classic. Anyway, I'm going back to my hotel room, and I'm going to smash out an hour or two working the computer. Then I'm going to bed. Yep, Saturday night, too exhausted to go out. It's been a bloody long week, so off to bed. And then actually I might go out. There's been a few people messaging me wanting me to come out for a drink in Wanaka, so I might go have a beer with them. It's only 8:30, so All Blacks are playing Australia. Smash it, boys! Smash it! Home sweet home. What a glorious day. Got up fairly early, crack of dawn, packed all my stuff, quick cup of coffee on the road, and then I remembered Wanaka Wastebusters. So I turned around and drove back and put the drone up over the lake for a quick video, and then I drove some more. Then I came back to the hotel to recharge all the batteries on my gear. My camera batteries all going flat. I didn't recharge them last night, so I'm recharging those, waiting for 9 o'clock. It's 10 to 9, and look who came and turned up to say hi. G'day, fellas. Yep. I got no food for you, sorry.
All hell, picture pain, nigga.
Oceanic youth, afraid to stay up late. White ladies in my nose, interracial date. Bristol,
Lake Howard's blowing its guts out. Just bowl around and see my old mate Clint, seeing as I'm in the area. I actually met Clint down in Jackson's Bay, and his two boys, Jack and Max, they recognised me from the book, from Jack and Charlie, and they came and said hi. And then Clint saw me and thought I was one of his workers' friends, and went, "Oh, how's it going? Come round and stay at the batch and come round for dinner." So we went, sweet. Didn't even know him from a sack of spades, and yeah, really accommodating. So we've been best mates ever since. Actually, this is only the second time I've seen you since then. Yeah. There we go. So we're going to be best mates one day, but that's in the future. Adventures just around the corner. What do you got here, Clint?
Half hook of bellies. Best part of the fish, mate.
It's pretty good when you cook it on the bone, isn't it? Alright, on the road to the coast. You right there, buddy? Hey, hanging out. Holy crap, I tell you, the day gets away on you. Up at the crack of dawn, hoping to be home in time for lunch, and it is 1 o'clock. Alright, 5.5 hours, and I'll be home.
I'm rolling down the coast wherever the waves go. I'm sipping Henny slow, nothing plain about my clothes. All rare, that's how the game goes. Don't like smoking blunts, but my shirts let the stain show. Life is evil if you don't live it right. I was doing bad, used to keep me up at night. My friends treat me good, I try to treat them better. Shouts out to South Philly, 09 black leather. Check it out, my nigga, you can do whatever.
How you doing? Give me a hug. Come here, young fella.
Have a good mission.
Yeah, good as mission. That's a doe. A deer. A female deer.
A fellow.
A fallow deer, yeah. It's little, eh?
Did you shoot this one?
Yeah, mate. Wasn't much of a stalk, I'll have to say. G'day, dogs. How you doing? Hello. Hey, puppy, yes. See you, fellas. I'm going to put you on my YouTube channel, but just from the head down, because everyone was freaking out about release forms. Bro, right there, there's a buck. That was the one we already shot. I'm just saying it for the video. So wait, I can get your smile in there. There we go.
That's alright.
Yeah, I got it. It's too late.
If you like rabbits and slug guns, you're gonna want to tune in.
Mate, full gangster.
Well, I shot one and Matt shot one. One shot, one kill, you know?
It was a pretty big shot. It was about 150 metres away.
At least.
And a mob of 20.
Yeah, a mob of 20.
Wow, look at that. Oh, this is, what do you call it? The couple banger. Oh, you're friendly little characters, aren't you? Oh, you'd have to come closer. I can't see you.
Down there.
Yeah, now look, you can hug her. Hug Joe and Rusty. They love each other. Do you want to give her a kiss or something on the cheek, or? Good boy.